Materialist writer-director Celine's song is revealing all of the Nora Ephron references in her romantic dramedy. In an exclusive interview with People, the director shares how movies like When Harry Met Sally, You've Got Mail and Heartburn influenced the movie. Materialists is now in theaters. From the moment the trailer for Materialists dropped, it seemed like filmmaker Celine's song had tapped into a yearning for the heyday of mid to late 90s rom-coms. Everything about it screamed nostalgia for the long-overlooked genre. A cheesy voiceover, using the backdrop of New York City as a character in a love triangle featuring outrageously attractive stars. Back in 2023, Som proved how adept she was at cultivating the dynamics of love triangles with her Oscar-nominated featured debut Past Lives. And in her new dramedy Materialists, she proves it wasn't just a fluke. In fact, she seems to have mastered the art of chemistry, pairing Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal, and Dakota Johnson together on screen. It turns out that Song found a lot of inspiration from a certain legendary filmmaker, Nora Ephron. According to her, the queen of rom-coms was the backbone of Materialists. From a series of vignettes inspired by When Harry Met Sally, to the witty dialogue to a final scene in Central Park. I'm obsessed with Nora Ephron, Song tells PUBL. According to the writer and director, the film's heroine Lucy Johnson, 35, was largely inspired by how passionate Ephron's characters are about their work. It's them being very professional women who are wondering if they're capable of love, if it's possible for them to feel love or be loved, or if they're worthy of it, says Psalm 36. They're the predecessors for Lucy. She also found inspiration in acclaimed directors Jim Brooks, Billy Wilder, and Mike Leigh. It's the filmmakers who are really interested in discovering the extraordinary, very dramatic things that we do, which is love, she says. To me, love is the bravest, most incredibly moving and extraordinary thing that we do, so it just feels really special to get to make cinema about it. The film follows Lucy, a thriving matchmaker whose professional life becomes messy after she meets a potential new lover named Harry Pascal, 50, at an event, and also reconnects with her ex John Evans, 43, the same night. As she navigates both Harry and John vying for her affection, Lucy also encounters the perils of dating and finds herself at a crossroads in her career. Below, Song tells POPLE about all of the Ephron references in Materialists. Note, spoilers ahead. The matchmaking client interviews. Through a series of vignettes in When Harry Met Sally, 7 pairs of couples in their golden years animatedly recall how they fell in love. While it was actors who played the couples, the anecdotes were real and told to director Rob Reiner. Song directly referenced that sequence in Materialists with a series of matchmaking client interviews who revealed their laundry list of requirements for a partner. It's kind of like those couples interviews, and that's why we did straight to camera, like they're being interviewed, says Song. Essentially, Song created these interludes to expand the world of Materialists. That's what really pulls When Harry Met Sally together, because then you're not just seeing these two amazing characters figure out love, adds Song. We also see the bigger picture of what we're dealing with when it comes to the actual themes of the film. The chemistry between Lucy and John. Throughout her career, Ephron was influenced by Jane Austen, and specifically Pride and Prejudice. While it wasn't a period drama, You've Got Mail's Kathleen and Jo are at odds with one another, a la Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, arguing, rife with misconceptions and misunderstood. It's also no coincidence that Kathleen's favorite book is Pride and Prejudice. In Materialists, Song also channels the tension of Pride and Prejudice and You've Got Mail through flashbacks of Lucy and John as they appear to fundamentally misunderstand each other's material wants and needs. Lucy begins to resent John for being poor. But that tension is also what drives them together in the present. When Lucy and John stand outside of a loading dock after running into each other at the wedding, it's sensual gazes and the devastating act of tracing the outline of one another with their fingers that solidify their chemistry. One person is trying their best to not kiss the other, and the other person is available for a kiss, says Song. That tension is really what built that chemistry more than anything, because he has to look her up and down without wanting to kiss her. He's fighting the desire to kiss her, and that's so much better than people just flirting and saying sexy things to each other.